Hello everyone. This is Kieran Patel. I'm working as assistant professor in computer science and engineering department, BLDA Vijaypura. Now today we'll look into what is computer graphics and which are the fields where the computer graphics is applied or is being used. Basically, the applications of computer graphics. Basic question here is, what do we actually mean by computer graphics? Generally, computer graphics is nothing but an image constructed, an image developed, an image manipulated, an image stored with the help of a computer is termed as a computer graphics. Now you can see here creation, manipulation, and storage of geometric objects and their images. Display those images on screen or hard copy devices. So basically, it means whatever the image that you create, whatever the object that you model, if you're doing that with the help of a computer, if you're manipulating those objects with the help of the computer, if you're storing that object in a systematic form in a computer system, then we can term it as computer graphics. Alright. Now, computer graphics is simply termed as an object created, manipulated, or stored with the help of a computer is to be termed as computer graphics. That's as simple as it goes. Now, let us come to the applications of computer graphics. There are many applications of computer graphics, namely which are represented over here. Computer aided design. Most of you are well aware of this particular software. The computer aided design, which is nothing but to design anything with the help of a computer. Aid is nothing but the help, right? So if you are able to design anything, maybe a building, maybe a machine, maybe an automobile, maybe anything else for that matter, if you are able to do that with the help of a computer, that it falls under computer graphics, and that particular software will help you in designing, and that is called as computer aided design. The next one is representation graphics. Sorry, the presentation graphics. For example, imagine you have volumes of data, volumes of information, a lot of information regarding anything for that matter. If I'm supposed to sit and work on that information, read that information, analyze the information, and then come to a conclusion, then it would be a tedious job, yes or no? Yes, it is. But if the same thing, if the same information is represented in a systematic form, for example, in terms of a graph, for me to analyze the data is much more easier. For me to make a decision out of that data will become easier. So, presentation graphics will help you in the systematic representation of the information. Computer art, you're well aware that nowadays we are creating magnificent art with the help of computers. Okay, so that falls under the computer art. And then we have entertainment. We have seen games, animations, films, right, which are done with the help of graphics, your cartoons, your VFX effect, with the graphic effects, the games that you play on your mobile, on your computer device, or anywhere else, which we popularly called as video games, falls under this category of entertainment, education and training. Okay. Basically, you can use this computer graphics, you know, in educating pupils, in training the trainees. For example, if you're in a flight school, do you expect the flight school to directly make you sit in an aeroplane and make you fly the aeroplane? Will that be possible? No. First, they will put you into a simulator, right? Into a simulator wherein you'll be trained on how to handle the controls of an aircraft, what to do in different situations, right? So that's nothing but computer graphics. That's one of the applications of computer graphics, right? Then visualization. What is visualization? Visualization is to speculate, is to forecast. For example, if you're a businessman, right, you want to make some critical decisions. How are you supposed to make those critical decisions? If the information is just disparated, if the information is not properly represented, then how are you supposed to make the decisions? So if you can apply computer graphics here, you can visualize the data properly. You can visualize the data correctly. And based on those visualized data, based on those information, right, you can make some appropriate decisions, which of course will help you in prospering. Then we have image processing. Okay, image processing is nothing but any process that you do on an image. For example, you're given with the image. You're asked to reduce the number of bits the image takes. Right? If there is an image, certainly there should be some kind of a storage, some kind of a pixels that represents the image. Right? Now, your job is to reduce the storage capacity of that image. So, what are you supposed to do? You're supposed to remove all the unwanted things in that image. So that's nothing but processing in simple words. Again, that's computer graphics that will help you do so. The next one is graphical user interface. For example, what do you think the Windows operating system was so popular? It was popular for one fact because it was user friendly. Why was it user friendly? Because the GUI that was used over there was comprehensive. That means it was easy for the users to use, to navigate, to gain access. Right? So if you have a better GUIs, if you have a better graphical user interface, probably you're gonna prosper in the future. That's you make others' life easy, you prosper. That's how the world is. That's how the trend of the world is currently. Right? So GUIs again, it's nothing but computer graphics. All right. So let us look into these applications in a bit of detail in the coming slides. Now, we have the computer-aided design over here. As I said, we can design buildings, automobiles, aircraft, watercraft, spacecraft, computers, textiles, and many other products. Objects, in this case, in the software, are represented or displayed in the wireframe outline form, as you can see in the figure that is given below or here. Then we have software packages which provide multi-window environment, you know, wherein you can open multiple, windows in order to make the processing faster, right? Graphic design package provide standard shapes. So basically, there are some predefined shapes that are there in this particular CAD software, and you can use those images, those shapes, in order to build anything that you decide to build. Animations are also used in CAD application. Even this is possibility. It is not this the static image that is possible in a CAD software. You can make the objects move, which obviously is animation. So animations are also possible. Realistic displays of architectural design permits simulated walk through the rooms. For example, if you're in a real estate, if you're a builder, you build an apartment. Okay, so basically, if you want someone to convince to buy your apartment, so basically you have to make him understand how it feels to be there in the apartment, right? But before the apartment is completed, it is impossible for someone to take take a trip around that particular apartment. But but having said that, you can use the CAD softwares and you can build some realistic designs, some walkthrough designs wherein you can make the customers virtually walk through the apartments, right? So that's how you can make use of the CAD software. The next one is presentation graphics. Used to produce illustrations for reports, generate slides for use with projectors. Commonly used to summarize financial, statistical, mathematical, scientific, economic data for research reports, managerial reports, and customer information bulletins. As I said, presenting graphic in some proper way, presenting information in a comprehensive way is more important for any success, right? So to make that possible, we have presentation graphics. What are the examples here? Bar charts, right? We have line charts, pie charts, surface graphs, and time chart. Okay, right. Now you can take a look of some of the presentation graphics over here. The first one over here is a standard bar chart. Right, basically, you can see it's a normal chart which will define, which will which will help you to represent the information in a particular format. Similarly, we have a standard line chart. All right, so we also have on the left hand side we have standard pie chart and then some intersected surfaces. So basically, these are different types of presentation graphics which will make the presentation of information more appropriate, much more easier, and much more comprehensive. So, presentation graphics play an important role on how you present the information. Then we have the computer art. So basically, computer art is used in fine art and commercial art. Okay, as I said, you can create magnificent art of the softwares, okay, from with the help of a computer. So it's one of the applications over here. So what does this graphics or software includes? It includes what? It includes the artists, paintbrush programs, paint packages, CAD packages also, and animation packages. These packages provide facilities for designing object shapes and specifying object motions. Example is cartoon drawing, paintings, product advertisement, logo design. Okay, so in all this, you can make use of computer art softwares to achieve all these. Drawings, paintings, advertisements, logo design, etc. Electronic painting. We have picture painted electronically on graphics tablet using a stylus. A stylus is nothing but a pen-like structure. With the help of that, you can draw anything of your choice on a tablet. So basically, it is cordless. That is, the stylus is not attached with any of the strings with the tablet, and it's pressure sensitive stylus. That means when you apply pressure on that pen like structure, then the the bits are activated. Okay, a sensation is received by the tablet, and an action would be generated. So that's the meaning of it. Morphing, a graphics method in which one object is transformed into another. You may have seen that, in many of the films where you know you can forge one image onto the other, morph one image onto the other. You can display, you can represent the transformation from one form to the other. Possible. Why is that possible? That is possible because of computer art packages. Now, here is an example. Now, you can see you have an animal and then a human being. Okay, so basically, what they have done is they have morphed this human face onto the animal face. I guess this is a chameleon over there, right? So this is how you can morph. You can hide uh, one form into the other form. So that's basically it's called as morphing. Then we have entertainment. Okay, most of you have, nowadays, uh, we can find hardly a film without graphics, right? That's the reality. So in a way, every film includes a graphics, at least in the first introduction part, wherein they display the name of the film or the characters in the film, the director, the technicians, and everyone. So that work will be the graphics, right? So we can find hardly a film, without the graphics. Okay. So in movie industry, it is used in motion pictures, music videos, and television shows. Used in making of cartoon animation films. So these are some of the example. The world class example is being shown here. This one, Jurassic Park. My God, who haven't seen that film? Right, wonderful film. Okay, how do you think these dinosaurs can appear in these particular scenes? That's nothing but graphics. That's the magic of computers. That's the magic of softwares. So it could be used in entertainment industry and then a game industry. So in a game industry, the focus is mainly on interactivity, right? The moment I press a key, the moment I make an action, I want the same thing to be reflected on the screen, right? That's sensitivity, right? If the game is insensitive or less sensitive, okay, so we will not be able to enjoy the game. So the most important thing, the main emphasis in any of the games would be the interactivity, right? If I make an action, I want that to be reflected on the screen. So that's interactivity. So the focus is on interactivity. Then we have cost-effective solutions. Okay, nobody wants to buy a heavy game, or nobody wants to burden the computer by installation of a game, right? So basically, it should be cost-effective. It should take, it should work in a minimum space, give maximum enjoyment. That's how it should be. Avoiding computation and other tricks. Obviously, nobody likes a complex game. Okay, a game as simple, the game is as popular. Simple it is, popular it is. That's how it is, right? So, game should avoid competition, should avoid other tricks and etc. etc. So basically, it's given, is listed down the points which a game should industry should emphasize on. Alright, then the next one is education and training, computer generated models of physical, financial, economic, systems are used as educational aids. Obviously, as I said, we could make use of computers, we could make use of computer graphic packages, softwares to educate our children's or pupils in much more effective way. Models of physical system, physiological system, population trends, or equipments, just color coded diagrams help trainees understand the operation of the system. Okay, so this is how the graphics can help you in delivering some effective education to the students. Specialized system used for training application. Okay, you can see from the diagram it's a simulator. Okay, it's a car simulator. If somebody wants to learn how to drive a car, it's not advisable for someone to take a real car and push off on the roads. No, no, no. You could rather take some training or in a simulator, and then once you're comfortable with all the controls, you maybe then you can think of taking a car on the roads. That too with an instructors, of course, right? Simulators for practice sessions or training of ship captains, aircraft pilots, heavy equipment operators, air traffic control personnel. Okay, so basically, you know, these are the areas where we make the maximum utilization of simulators or emulators or training equipments, whatever you want to call it as. Training, as you can see, right? So this is, this is not the real one. Okay, this is not the real helicopter. Okay, but still you can learn some basis of the helicopter in these simulators. Now the next application would be visualization, scientific visualization, producing graphical representation for scientific, engineering, and medical data sets. To check the behavior of certain process, different fields like engineering, scientists, business analysts, etc., need appropriate visualization. As I said, if you have to take a decision, you know, your decisions have to be backed up with proper information, right? Not just information, the way the information is presented to you it becomes the critical part of it, right? So if the information is ill represented, that means it's not comprehensive. It's too tedious for one to go through. It's too lengthy for one to read through. It becomes impossible for someone to take a right decision, right? So in that case, visualizing, you know, taking a different perspectives of the same information, going through different dimensions of the same information would be much more useful. And that process we call it as visualization. Right? So computer graphics can help you do that. So this is an example of the information that is represented over here. Business visualization is used in connection with datasets related to commerce, industry, and other non-scientific areas. Techniques used: color coding, contour plots, graphs, charts, surface renderings, and visualizations of volume interiors. Image processing techniques are combined with computer graphics to produce many of the data visualizations. Now, image processing. Okay, so what is image processing? Right. So basically, it is processing that has to be done on an image. Any kind of a variation, any kind of an editing, any kind of, in plain words, a process we apply on an image that falls under image processing. Okay, so let us understand. Computer is used to create a picture. Now, what is image processing? applies techniques to modify or interpret existing pictures such as photographs and TV scans. Medical application, picture enhancements, tomography, simulations of operations, ultrasonics, and nuclear medicine scanners. Image processing could also use to improve the quality of the picture, can help you have a machine perception of visual information, right? It can be used to digitize the photograph into an image file. Okay, if you have the older photographs with you, you can apply a process and digitize those photographs. Uh, Apply digital methods to rearrange pictures, parts to enhance color separations, improve quality of shading. So, tomography is a technique of X ray photography that allows cross sectional views of physiological systems to be displayed. Computed X ray tomography and position emission tomography use projection methods to reconstruct cross sections from digital data. Computer aided surgery is a medical application techniques to study and study to model and study physical functions to design artificial limbs and to plan and practice surgery. All right, so these are some of the you know some of the examples, some of the uh, image processing that happens in medical applications or medical field. Oh, the last one, graphical user interface. Major components over here is a window manager. For example, if you can provide a system wherein you can open multiple windows at the same time. Okay, because that helps the user uh, to multitask, right? So that would be much appreciated by the users if you can provide them with uh, multiple window areas. Then the next one, to make particular window active, click in that window. Okay, for example, most of the systems are now multi-window environment. Okay, you can open multiple windows. Okay, when you want to process any of the window, you have to just click on that window and it gets processed. It gets activated, right? The next one is interfaces devices such as menus and icons. You have different icons on your desktops, right? So if you just click on those icons, not just on desktop, you can have icons anywhere in the system for that. Okay, so if you can just click on those icons, if you can just click on those menus, right? The further processing, the further action is activated, right? Next one is icon. What is an icon? A graphical symbol designed to look like the processing option it represents. Then advantages of icons. Less screen space, easily understood. Menus contain list of textual descriptions and icons. Okay, menu is nothing but when you hit a particular menu, it just drops down. It drops down with various options. Okay, menus. You can think of it in terms of a menu that is provided to you in a restaurant, right? So basically, it will display the items were present in that particular restaurant. So here also, a menu will list out all the options that it has, right? So these are the applications and the definition of computer graphics. Hope you have uh, understood the concepts much more easier and have enjoyed the video. So keep supporting me, like this video. See you next time. Thank you. Goodbye.